you guys. My name is Ebony. I'm the CEO of Ebony's Mobile Notary, the founder of 757 Notary Sisters, the owner-operator of Boss Events, and the owner-operator of She Flips. And today we're going to talk about Boss Events and the photo booth. I never go into exact details on a YouTube video. Y'all please like and subscribe. I'll be giving y'all the gems on some of these businesses. So we're going to talk about the photo booth. So I got into the photo booth business in July of 2022. I started off with a selfie booth. Now I have a selfie booth and a 360 booth. So I have both booths now. And I love it. There's some pros and there's some cons when it comes down to these photo booths. Number one, it's heavy. Both booths, I'll say, are pretty heavy. This is, again, not a passive business, as a lot of people like to market it as, more so than, can you drop off a booth? Yeah, but it's still not as passive as a lot of people like to make it seem, right? I'm still learning a lot with my photo booth, especially with the selfie photo booth. And it's not even that I struggle. I just haven't found that sweet spot that I like. Like I found it with that 360. With the 360, I can set that mug up. I know exactly where I want stuff. But with the selfie booth, it does take a little bit of thinking and learning and growing. But I do love both of the booths, and I like the selfie booth because you can drop that one. Well, you can drop them both off, but the selfie booth is easier to drop off, right? Versus the 360 booth, where that one kind of needs an attendant. You don't want people messing it up, the whole 9 yards, where the selfie booth is inside of the booth. Tap to start. They can grab a prop if you want to leave a prop, and these are all additional things that you can add on in your business, and they're a real hit at a lot of parties. I'll definitely say this business definitely comes with expenses, ongoing expenses for me. So you want to have a nice layout, you want to have a nice table. I love making sure that my booth has nice tables and nice props and a nice backdrop. And the backdrop has been one of the hardest things that I've had to learn on, maneuvering and working those curtains and things to make sure that I have the colors for your event. I know some people keep it simple and they be like, well, I just do a black background for everybody. Well, I kind of, that's part of me. I kind of like to say, if you haven't, like I have a baby shower this weekend and I know that they're having a boy, and I'm going to do the blues and the silvers. So I did have to go out and get some more blue, like the baby blue curtains, because I didn't have any. So I did. But you have to just know that this business is, one, it's not as passive as it seems, and that it comes with expenses. And some of those expenses can be, a little bit taxing. So first, let's get into the selfie booth. I got my selfie booth from Alibaba. I got my selfie booth from there. And I got a whole course and an ebook on starting a photo booth business if you want the exact links to where I got it. But you just can find you a vendor on Alibaba. That is the most recent selfie booth that I got. I paid $760 for it, so that wasn't bad. Do I want another booth? Absolutely. If I could do this all over again, I probably would have got the booth that did cost a little more, that maybe is no tools to set it up. Because on day one, when I got that selfie booth, baby, didn't I break it? Strip the screws, because you got to unscrew it so that you can put your iPad in there or whatever you're using, your tablet or whatever you're using. And again, that's another expense. Do you have an iPad or a tablet that you can dedicate to that booth? So I have an iPad. I put it under my business and put that in there. Then you got to screw that together to make sure that the iPad is secure in there. Then you got to screw the back of the shell together and make sure that that is all in there, right? So now you got it in there, and now you got to see. You got to scope out the room and see, do I got it too close? Is it far back enough? Can you see the background? Is your overlay laying the way it's supposed to be laying? All of those things come into play. What do I use for my program? I use LumaBooth. Luma Booth is $19.99 a month. I do have the photo share for $7.99, but I hardly ever use it because I never can get them to both work at the same time. I have a Wi-Fi hotspot. My devices have Wi-Fi and service on them. I never just can get them to work it out, but it is some, I'm gonna tell y'all a trick too that I'm doing with my booth. So I do use Luma Booth, and instead of using the sharing station, what I did was I take the first test picture, right? And from there, and I normally take it at home on my iPad. From there, I generate a QR code. And so that when people get off of the booth, instead of them, they can still text the number to themselves, but if you own a photo booth, they always come back, I ain't get it. Nah, baby, scan that QR code. Your picture is going to upload right there. Scan it. Get off the booth. You walk away. Scan. You put your phone number in if we still waiting for it to come through, because maybe my service is bad in that building. Go scan that code and you'll be able to get your picture, right? So I do love that for them. And boom, I don't have no troubles with them getting their picture. So I make it in Canva. I get that QR code, put it right there. They can scan it with their phone, and boom, they got their picture just like that. But again, I got that iPad, got it through the phone service, through my business account on AT&T. So again, it's another expense to my phone bill. Expenses. Then it also comes with a personal hotspot because it has its own number and everything, right? So then I gotta have props, right? You wanna have good, nice props, y'all. I'm no gatekeeper. I get my props from Curated by Phoenix. He ships nationwide. Curated by Phoenix is where I'm getting my props from for my photo booth, and I do try to get props that pertain to that party. So for instance, on Saturday, I'm renting out my photo booth for a baby shower. I'm not going to have just married props. I'm obviously going to have new parents. Baby is here on the way. I think I got one with the stork and everything. Photo booth, what I'm saying? Props that pertain to that in particular party. I'm going to take out the ones that say it's a girl and put in the ones that say it's a boy, because we know it's not a gender reveal or anything. So we know that it's a boy. So that is also good. Again, the iPad booth is not that, it weighs about 33 pounds. And then inside the case, it's about 50 some pounds. So that's what I'm dealing with. I have a storage unit for mine. So again, another expense. We're paying rent for my photo booths, another expense. So your price needs to be where at least you covering your expenses and you making a profit. I see a lot of people running ads. I don't run ads, not at all. I let my Google business page take care of everything for me. I post on my Google business page. I got an Instagram page, word of mouth, and I do one free event per month. And at that free event, I pass out my business cards. I make sure that even when they get their picture by text message, thank you for choosing Boss Events Selfie Booth. To contact us for your next event, call us at, here's your photo. Enjoy marketing. And they do. They do this all the time, right? So then I got my 360 booth. Where did I get my 360 booth? Alibaba. Same place. My 360 booth, I want to say, was $1,200, maybe $1,200, I think, was my 360 booth. And I do have the one that fits 1 to 3 people because I do drive a Hyundai Sonata. Like, I can't have that big booth with 5 to 6 people. I see people that either have trucks, SUVs, or either they're renting out like a pickup truck from U-Haul. I'm not doing either because that thing stays booked, and that's just another expense. I need something I can fit in my car. My booth definitely fits in my car. Actually, I have both booths. I have everything in my car right now that needs to go to storage from my last event. And yeah, it's weighing my car down. I'm going to probably do that tomorrow. Go dump out everything out of my car, go put it in storage for a week, and then go and get it all back out of storage next week. 360 booth. It's heavy. It's 150 pounds in the case. It is really, really easy to set it up, especially once you know how you want to capture your videos. I capture my videos the same way every single time. I like the 720 by 1280, and again, you can get that course if you want, that where I kind of show you how to make an overlay and how I'm doing it, and I'll try to insert some clips of some of the work that I've done with my photo booth so that you can kind of see what the outcome is. And you'll see, like, my selfie booth, I think the last 3 events I was really, really confident with. Like, yes, you really, really did that. But the other ones, I think I was really, really hard on myself. But it is a learning curve, right? With the 360 booth, they say that you have to use music that people don't have the rights to. So go with that. Go with that. You run your business how you run your business, and let the others run their business how they want run their business, right? I do add music to mine. I do whatever I have to do because it's my business for mine to make that event. I do also ask the client, like, if it's, what did I do? I think I did a graduation party and I had like a picture of the graduate up there. I've done like an adult prom, things like that. And yo, the overlays, they be fire. You can even buy overlays. There are people that sell overlays. If you like, hey, I don't want to make my overlay, I do make mine. I make them in Canva. Again, it's about marketing and getting it out there. I do always try, if it's a big event, I will try to convince, because I have to be the salesperson of my business, hey, you may want to get both of the booths and I can cut you a deal. And I do. You know, I book both of those booths together, and then that allows me to stay with both of my booths as well, because I never leave my 360. I left it one time and it did amazing. They did just fine on it. Of course, as I was looking back at the footage, I'm like, oh my God, they didn't start it at the right time. But that's what they wanted, because their party started 3 hours behind. You want to be careful about being outside, making sure that the location that you're supposed to set up with your photo booth is the location. I recently just did a 40th birthday party where I was supposed to have been inside. And when I got there, they were like, no, you're going to be outside. It was at night. It's November. I live in Virginia. It was cold. Cold. Like, people weren't even coming outside to the booth because it was cold. But they came. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were, they had to tell them, like, go use that photo booth, because they knew they had paid us to be there. So we did what we did, and then we were able to get out of there. They were very, very happy. And we were by the pool, y'all. We were by the pool. That was insane. I'm going to try to insert that clip as well so that you guys can see that. Again, marketing the same way. I'm always marketing my photo booth business. My price is my price. I'm not going down on my price. I do see a lot of people that say, oh, you can rent my 360 for $75 an hour. I would never. First of all, look at all the expenses I'm just telling you about. Curated by Phoenix. To get 5 props, note that you're spending over $100. 5. And yes, does Alibaba have props? Yeah, they're about this big and about this thin. Curated by Phoenix, you're getting good, nice, quality props. I will definitely say that. Right? Luma booth, $19.99 a month. You still got to buy your curtains, your stanchions, all your lighting, all these ball heads that when they go out, because you got to put this stuff together. Remember, like I say, I'm maybe if y'all want, I'll do a full video of me like putting it together and taking it apart. But right now, I just want to introduce the business to people and just give you guys some information on it. I do have an ebook available if you want that. And I also have a course where I'm kind of rambling just like this about all the different things. But in there, I do provide you with the links of the direct person on who I am getting that booth to. And you also get, once you have your supplies, you do have me for 60 days afterwards. Like, if you say, hey, I took your course, I'm going to buy my booth in January, and then you just say, hey, here's the receipt for my course, I will get you all the way going. I will be your mentor for at least 60 days while we get your business up and going, and you'll have full access to me as well. So if that may be an option for you, but does my booth book? Absolutely. Does it make a lot of money? Absolutely. Like it has, you guys know me as being a mobile notary. The photo booth in the wedding officiant has surpassed my mobile notary business. Just the photo booth alone. I'll give you a ball range. Like if I do the photo booth, the selfie booth alone is about $125 an hour, $125 to $150 an hour, give or take time, location, and how long you're going to have it. The 360 booth is about $175 an hour to $200 an hour, again, time and location. I do not do 1 hour rentals. I don't like doing 2 hours, and I normally always tell them, hey, you may want to reconsider and do this 3 hour, because that first hour, they really don't get on the booth. And I may give them a deal like, hey, if you want to do 2 hours at $175 an hour and each additional hour for $100, then that makes sense for my business. You do what makes sense for your business, right? And if you feel like, hey, no, I'm gonna rent the booth out for $75, by all means, go off, honey, because you will find out later that you are not making a profit. And that's what you want to do, is obviously make a profit in your business. You need to be able to pay taxes on it. You want to be able to reinvest, because you're always going to need things, props, curtains, those, what do they call them? Ball joints for the top, your iPad, your services, whatever product that you're using. Some people use Touch Picks. I like Touch Picks. I think that it's a beautiful program. I don't have. I mean, I guess I could have, but I'm not paying $50 a week or $150 a month when Luma Booth does just fine at $19.99 a month. So you find the product that works for you. Again, I do use Luma Booth. I like Luma Booth. It's easy, it's user-friendly, easy. I am able to make my overlays in Canva, upload them very easily, and I don't have any problems, right? So if you were ever thinking about getting into the photo booth business and you are looking like to where to start, remember, it's just like business. My business is structured. My business is insured. Again, these are all expenses, right? These are all ongoing expenses. I got to pay business insurance, and that's not my mobile notary business. This is through somebody else. And I'll tell you, I have Next, N-E-X-T, is who I have for my business insurance for my photo booth and wedding officiant business. It's a $2 million policy. And the reason why my policy is that high is because you could get injured. Like, I've had drunk people fall off my booth. You know, a drunk is a drunk. And it's all good. It's all good. And that's why I stay with my booth. Most of the time, I had the one time that I did do a drop off and everything went fine. But I'm not going to make it a habit of dropping off my booths. Again, so I'll have to pay an attendant. If it's not me, it's going to be somebody else, or either me and someone else. Especially when I'm running both booths at the same time. I'll normally do a discount of 4 hours, both booths, at $800 for both of them. And that is without prints. And again, I'm using all of my props. I got that QR code. I have all of the backdrops for the selfie booth. I might even get fancy and give you a little balloon garland. You never know. You never know. But photo booth business, absolutely. Is it heavy? Yeah. Is it passive? No. Can you make a whole bunch of money? Absolutely. If you put in the sweat equity, you will get it in return. Like I said, I always do one free booth rental a month. One for free. How do I find it? I go on Eventbrite. I'm on social media. I'm looking for nonprofits or anybody in the community that I feel like I could be an asset to and give back to. And I just give them a call. Hey, I'm not asking for anything. I'm asking to come and give my services for free. And every time I do that, I do get a paid booking. Every single time, because I'm showcasing my business, right? I do it for them for free. Like what did I do? I did the John B concert just a few weeks ago, John B Gala. I'm not happy with the overlay that I did because it was just things that I could have done better. But was that 360 jumping? Baby, that 360 was nice. But it's a learning experience, and I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep mastering my craft. And is this something that you can get into? Sure. Does it take sweat equity? Absolutely. So again, if you want to get into your photo booth business, if you do take my course, the course is $37. Again, it's like a big ramble, just like this, where I talk about all the ins and outs. I go into a little bit more depth than this video, obviously. And you have all the resources, all the templates, everything that I have with my marketing, my contracts, what they say, things like that for your business, right? Again, business insurance, making sure you got a program, making sure that you got the right things, like that iPad that has that good service, or a hotspot, or does your iPad have service on it? How are you going to market? You got to have that business plan, and you got to have that budget. So just wanted to share about the photo booth business. All right.